Shot here at U.S. Bank Stadium, located in downtown Minneapolis. Today, we've got a battle here in the NFC North. It's the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Minneapolis. Ty Felton here to return it. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
You know, Kate, that injury robbed us all of what looked like a promising rookie season through the preseason where this kid was on fire. But he's still got a year of learning from head coach Kevin O'Connell. Maybe more importantly, watching Sam Darnold's magical season. Now the ball's in his hands.
McCarthy throwing right away. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Play action, McCarthy. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They gain 11 on that play, and the Vikings are going to have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
From the shotgun, McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Lions in the nickel. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out from the left hash. This would be 43 yards. Reichert connects there. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
Just kind of a confidence builder. That offense drives it down, teams does their job, and now the defense going to take the field with the lead.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. Jacob Sailors now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
He's taken down after reaching the 30. Harrison Smith in on the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Lions have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first down, it's Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing again. It's Goff. Short pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. They're going to throw again. Goff. It's on target to Williams. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
And the Lions first down.
Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Running it with David Montgomery. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Play action here with Goff. Downfield, and Tisla has it. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and goal, Detroit.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. passes that quickly out wide. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. They'll bring the tight end in motion. They'll run. It's Gibbs. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Give him 5 on the run. Now it's 4th and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. He just ripped off a great run, a momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Lions pull ahead 6-3 in the first. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He tucks it and takes off. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
A
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. Trucks a defender. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Off play action. It's McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jones gets it. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now McCarthy. That's caught for the first. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings hold a slim 2-point lead early. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Kate. And don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one and mention the value he could bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Vikings push their lead to 3.
Vikings 10, Lions 7.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
The kickoff for the Vikings.
Sailors now on the return. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Defense showing blitz. Goff. Screen here for Gibbs. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still brought not enough to avoid 3rd down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core. Football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak here. Goff. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Lions first down. A gain of...
That's 1 quarter down in our Christmas Eve contest. Scoreboard shows 10-7. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. Goff off the play action. He throws a bullet to the center. He's got it inside the 25. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Lions have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Putting a receiver in motion. This one's caught. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Throwing again. Here's Goff. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a second quarter lead. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions take a 4-point lead.
14, Vikings 10.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's McCarthy, first and 10. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down.
It's now
When that ball left his hands, Kate, he envisioned a massive play, and he nearly saw it happen for all the wrong reasons. What a great effort there defensively to track the ball and be in position to nearly pick it.
Addison going to motion over left. McCarthy trying again on second down. Taken in by Addison, left side. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. It kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. Running a screen now for Jones. Crashes through a tackle. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play. Could come. That's him the first.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Now we'll give up the middle to Jones. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. So 20 yards on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
They send a man in motion. 1st and 10. It's McCarthy. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun and give it to Jones. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? To the air on 3rd and long. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. Defender gets his hand in there and breaks it up. A possible touchdown denied. That's going to bring up 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
A 43-yard attempt.
Reichert connects there. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Up to the air now. He's got a man left. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, third down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He'll try to do it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
On first down, they'll run with Montgomery. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
From the gun, Goff. This one to Williams out left side. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
First down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop it.
And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. Goes down to that 17-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Lions have a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
The RPO here. It's caught by Williams. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings 10-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Makes the tackle. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Gain of 6. And the Lions first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
It is caught left side. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Out of the shotgun, gone. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. Now what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythms, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, and he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow the lead to 7. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions grow their lead to 8.
21, Vikings 13.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Miles Price. This makes it up to the 25. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Jones. Danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. Sit tight. More coming your way from U.S. Bank Stadium after this. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Throw, 3rd and long. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 from the 32. Running right, this is Jones. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. They set up the screen. It's Hawkinson. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Reichert connects there, and that gets them back within 5.
Kid, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
35-yard line.
One last play before the break. Looking to throw. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Here's Reichert, set to kick this away.
For the Vikings.
Sailors now on the return. Shoves one away. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own
Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the second half. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. Goff off the play action. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Play action here with Goff. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Throwing the out route complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Goff. That one complete to St. Brown. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. Escapes a defender. And he's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 5 yards. Things looking good. 2nd and goal now from the 2.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Gibbs can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call, because defensively, you stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
On 3rd and goal, Goff. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. LeBrock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions push the lead up to 12.
28, Vikings 16.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Price. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. McCarthy to throw it. Running a screen now for Jones. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And no question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Another one for Gibbs. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. QB sneak coming. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Keeps away from one. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Again, it's Gibbs. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Big slide here to Williams. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
In the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's gone. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
9th play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Throwing again. Here's Goff. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And not his best punt here. He drives it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Play action, McCarthy. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. On play action now, McCarthy. Hits him on the out route. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 32. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. That one's complete, right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this third down. Third and long for him here. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Waste of time.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. Takes it in at the 26. That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs on the carry. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. The Lions have fought their way to a strong lead in this one, and they've got the football too. Second and 3 now. Here's a give to Gibbs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6. That's good.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
We've set it down from 37. Handoff running right, Montgomery. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Lions have a first down.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He's looking for his back, Jahmyr Gibbs there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has it at the 7. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Going power with a big tight end. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
That's what I call a go-for-broke call right there. Had that one saved up for a specific spot, and it fell just short of getting them the touchdown.
They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the one. Throwing a run with Gibbs. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. I think they might have taken that first down for granted there, Brock, and now their punishment is they got to figure out third down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning, some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on third down? Not a gigantic call, but one that certainly creates a lot of confusion.
Off out of the gun on third. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Bates now for the point after.
Extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions go up by 19.
35. Vikings 16.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Felton now to return this. He dodged the tackle. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
Here's McCarthy, first and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled in knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
So it's second and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Motion man right is Jefferson. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Second and 10. McCarthy to the right. Hauled in by Jefferson. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And gain 11 on that play.
It's
And that
gain
means a
of
fresh set of
11.
downs for Minnesota.
And the Vikings.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Line.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. Has a lane inside the 25. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard
A
line.
gain of 22.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard
Those
line.
unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
From the red zone now. Go left side, Bronny Martin Hopkinson. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the shotgun, McCarthy. This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll run here with Jones. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs then, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Vikings 23.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Showing a little burst so far. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling the preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
This is Gales on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. That's complete to Sloan. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
First and 10 at the
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double cover. You don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
First down throw from Goff. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Goff to the air now. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
First and 10 from the 32. Gibbs now from the gun. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. It's Montgomery on the counter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Really two elements needed to hit big on this play, Kate. Number one, you got to sell it. Right? You really got to sell and get that defense moving. And then secondly, you got to execute. You got to get a body on a body so that running back can get loose.
First down, and they go right back to it. And you only need one more step for the score. They stop him at the 2. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Running for it with Montgomery. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
No gain on the play.
Minnesota spends its second time out here. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Montgomery. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. They'll run in with Montgomery. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Lions holding a 12-point lead. Well, I guess 3 isn't enough to pad the lead. They're pulling out all the stops. It's 4th and goal. Here we go with Montgomery. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on down to the end zone.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built themselves up a little buffer here, Kate. But it's never over till it's over.
The Vikings offense back to the field now. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's going to tuck it in the run. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. McCarthy looking to throw. He calls his own number again. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now McCarthy. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
To throw. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, McCarthy to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort, getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. So the Lions get the win on the road. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.